get a telephone.
Most of you guys have heard this song. It's Happy by Pharrell Williams. Unfortunately, in the news recently, there was a lady who was listening to that song on the radio, and it made her happy. She was excited. She was dancing along in her car. So she decided to post a Facebook post about how happy she was that she was listening to the song Happy. Within 30 seconds, she drove into Meridian and ended her life. They were able to tell based on the data on her phone that she was posting on Facebook, and it was within that 30 seconds of being on her phone that the phone cost her life. She wasn't happy anymore. As members of the population who drive automobiles, texting while driving affects each and every one of you. Even if you do not text and drive, the person in the car next to you may, or your children and grandchildren may be doing this. We must urge this generation to stop doing such dangerous acts. I have the credibility to discuss this topic as someone who is guilty of texting and driving herself, and as someone who has watched countless friends text while driving. Texting while driving has become far too common in today's society, and unfortunately this results in many accidents and fatalities. This action must be stopped and should become illegal in all states. I offer 3 main points. We live in a society where technology is at our fingertips, and too many people feel as though they must react instantly, even though texting and driving puts their lives on the line. Texting while driving should be less accessible and also made illegal in all states. In a world without the instant gratification of a text message, reply, or a Facebook update, we would have better drivers, less car accidents, and fewer deaths. Allow me to begin with my first main point. We live in a society where technology is at our fingertips, and too many people feel as though they must react instantly, even though texting and driving puts their lives on the line. Stephen J. Sealer stated in Cyber Psychology, Behavior, and Social Networking on February 1st, 2015, that the Center for Disease Control estimates that 31% of adult drivers text while driving. Despite numerous awareness-raising campaigns, increasingly strict laws, research providing evidence of cognitive challenges and consequences of texting while driving, and increasing distracted driving fatalities, many people in the United States still choose to text while driving. Albert Ferdinand, Nir Menachemi, Justin Blackmore, Isaka Sen, Leonard Nelson, and Michael Morrissey stated in the American Journal of Public Health on May 1st, 2015, that according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, there are 3 types of distraction: taking one's hand off the wheel, or manual distraction, taking one's eye off the road, or visual distraction, and taking one's mind off driving, cognitive distraction. It is believed that the use of cell phone while driving involves all 3 types of distraction. They also stated within their journal that in 2009, more than 2.3 million adult drivers and passengers in the United States sought medical attention following involvement in a motor vehicle crash. Of these individuals, 416,000, or 18%, reported being injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. Philip Neal Quisenberry stated in the American Journal of Criminal Justice in June of 2015 that previous studies have found that texting while driving reduces reaction and control times even more than drinking and driving. At least one study found that drivers who text are 23 times more likely to crash relative to non-distracted drivers. As you can see, texting and driving is a very serious issue that must not be taken lightly. This brings me to my next point. Texting while driving should be less accessible and also be made illegal in all states. To begin with, phones should be less accessible while driving. Phones should be silenced and put out of reach. Individuals should download an app that prevents texting while driving. Phone companies should also install blocking software that prevents people from texting while driving. Also, texting and driving should be illegal in all states. According to Amy Norton of CBS News on April 3rd, 2015, while several states have in fact banned texting while driving, some states have secondary enforcement. In those states, law enforcement has to catch you doing something else first, like speeding or running a red light, and then determine that you were texting. It is far too easy to put a phone down and act as if you were not on your phone whatsoever. According to the Federal Communications Commission on November 4th, 2015, currently there is no national ban on texting or using a wireless phone while driving, but a number of states have passed laws banning texting on your wireless phone or requiring hands-free use of wireless phones while driving. While 46 states have banned the texting and driving, this ban should be nationwide and it should be regulated better. Now that both the need and solution have been specified, let me go on to my final point. In a world without the instant gratification of a text message reply or a Facebook update, we would have better drivers, less car accidents, and fewer deaths. The Federal Communications Commission also reported in 2015 that in 2012, driver distraction was the cause of 18% of all fatal crashes, with 3,328 people killed and 421,000 people wounded. If we had a ban on cell phone usage in cars and stricter laws on texting while driving, these numbers would be astronomically smaller. In summary, individuals are so obsessed with social media and their phones that they allow a miniature computer to be more important than their own life and the lives around them. And this must be stopped to prevent more life loss. I opened with a narrative that may have shocked you and saddened you. I discussed the issues surrounding texting while driving. I offered solutions to prevent poor drivers, car accidents, and tragic life loss. And I showed you what our world could look like if people would stay off their phones or be forced off their phones while driving. That text message and that Facebook status post, they can wait. I challenge you to put down your phone or place it in the glove box while you drive. Don't be the reason your parents or your children cry themselves to sleep every night. I also urge you to talk to your families and friends. You wouldn't let them drive drunk. Don't let them text and drive. It's just not worth it.
Very good.